Good afternoon, Mighty Mondayers. You're all my Mighty Mondayers. I hope you're all well. Welcome to the channel, everybody. It's Monday, a brand new week. What's in store for you guys at home and for me here at Stamps by Me? A lot. The schedule is rammed. And if you don't know what rammed means, it means packed. It means busy, busy, busy. So I'll do a little bit of a shout out. I'll just pull this a little bit closer, right? I haven't got my gigs on, I can't see a thing. So what are Mighty Mondays? Mighty Mondays are an opportunity where less talking, more crafting, and we try and do a little bit of in-depth tuition into whether it might be painting, it might be album making, it might even be stamping, something that just takes a little bit more time than what we have on live studios, HTCN, traditionally TV as well, UK TV, or in Studio One sometimes I don't get the opportunity to go into depth. So this Mighty Monday is a great way to come and get those hints, tips, inspiration, and maybe build a project. So our last project took 3 weeks. It was just a little mini album with some simple scoring, some pocket detail, and I know lots of you have thoroughly enjoyed that. You've all got back into your paper, you've all dug your paper back out, which makes me very happy. And some of you have even personal messaged me saying thank you so much for the inspiration on Mighty Mondays. It's really given me the courage to go and dig out my stash, and today is no different. But today's project, guys, is just going to be done in the show. So it's going to take about an hour to do another little album, but a little bit different, and it's going to enable you to utilize what you have in your stash. So Mighty Mondays are a great opportunity to use what you have. Yes, of course, you can buy what I'm using if you like it and want it, and I'll always pop it up on screen for you. But there aren't many things that I am using that you probably won't have something similar or won't have in your stash already and purchased previously. So I would probably say, although we are a company and we like to sell and we like to try and make money for our family, that's brilliant, but Mighty Mondays is not about the sell, it's more about the inspiration, and I like to focus down on that inspiration. I've got a piece of orange in my tooth for you all because I know how much you all appreciate it, and me encouraging you to get out your stash because you all buy it and love it and then it sits there collecting dust, right? I know you all well, and I'm the same, so I love my Mighty Mondays. We're on week 4, but my gosh, as the year looms to an end, it's getting busier and busier. I'm trying to get on track with content, and you know, it's just a little bit manic at the moment. It is, and those advent calendars were epic. Then we had our Christmas Eve boxes, then we had Black Friday. So a couple of things I just want to tell you all about. If you've got any questions, try and ask me them tonight, because I'm live tonight at 6 o'clock, and that's more of a craft and a chat. I do a little demo in there, but it's more about questions and answers that you all might want, or things like that. It's more of a sort of like a regroup over the week with my lovely crafty friends at home, and just to see where we're all at, make sure everybody's okay, a check-in, and we always do a little demo of some form as well. So if you've got any questions, any burning questions, you can ask those tonight. But I do just want to cover one thing. I know that a lot of you have been opening your refills for your advent calendar, and some of you, spoiler alert, so mute me now if you're not opening your refills for your advent calendar. I'll just give you the opportunity to mute me before I say something. Spoiler alert. But we have had a few people emailing today, so hopefully everybody's muted me now if you haven't opened your refills. But if you have opened your refills today, you will see, or on day 8, you will see you all got a voucher. And some of you have been emailing in, can I have my voucher code? I want to spend it. No. We don't send them out as individual voucher codes. They get generated in January as a bulk code. You all get sent your own unique code, but the system just cannot just send Mrs. Miggins one and such one at sporadic times. We do it all in bulk, and Tim has to do the coding for it on our website. So if you just know that, that's what's happening with the codes, okay? And thank you very much, that's really kind. And then you've got something new to spend for the new year as well, so just remember that, guys. And if you see anybody asking about it, then you can that was Tim there giving me this at the window. If you see anybody asking about it, you can at least answer the question, because I've answered it today in the live for you all. So now breathe. I'm sat down. Guess what? I'm in my slug. Now none of you know what my slug is. I'm just going to quickly touch on the slug. Now this slug, we call it the slug. It's not called a slug, but we have them here. So as you can appreciate, it's started to get cold, and Becky and the pick and packing team are always moving around. But my graphic designers, although we have heaters in our office and it's 30 degrees, I'm not kidding, 30 degrees, because the designers are sat at stations, they get cold. Their feet and ankles get cold. So I bought everybody one of these slugs. And basically it's like a half sleeping bag. And it uses little to no electric, guys. It's really cool. And it just plugs into the wall. It's got like, I can't show you here, but it's got like a little adjuster for how long do you want it on for, what's the temperature you want it on for. And it's got a heated foot pad. And it's got a heated, like, can't show you, but it's got a heated like thingy here, and I can put my hands in and keep warm. So honestly, and I've never been in one before, but I borrowed one the other day when I was sat at my desk doing quite a lengthy email that required a lot of things pulling together, and I thought, one at design said, why don't you get in one at Slugs? So I got in one at Slugs. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm in heaven. So I'm sat in the Slug right now in here, although it is quite warm. I thought, you know what, I'm sitting in the Slug today. So if there's anybody at home who maybe, because this does use minimal electric as well, if anybody's maybe sat at home and can't afford the heating, I get it, you know, some people can't. These might be a little bit of an option. They're quite cosy, keep your hands warm, and they're from Amazon, and I think it was about £60. So, you know, and you can read a book sat in it, you can sit on the couch in it. So so let's go. Right, so Rosamond says the advent calendars are just wonderful. Just saying, I'm so glad that you're all enjoying it, although I haven't actually got into the spoiler alert on the Facebook page because I know I'm so confused. Although obviously we designed it and I pulled it all together, and the pick and packing team, and we've been pick and packing them and cutting them and doing whatever we needed to do, I cannot tell you for the life of me, when somebody says I got this in this box, I'm like, is that from the new one? Is that from the refill? Is that from last year? Honestly, I'm like, Becky, somebody's asking about a code. She's like, I know, they were in refill. That's been and gone. I'm like, so it's not from the new one. You can imagine, can't you? So let's just have a look at the items that I'm going to be using in show today, in case any of you do want any of them. So here we go. I'm not using the machine, or I'm not using the jewellery box, but everything else I will be using. I've popped those two on because they're from the one day special on Friday. But you can see the Ciao Bella jewellery box, the blue one, this one, it sold out. I ordered more and they arrived this morning. So I've loaded more of these. So if you click the notify me, you will have been notified me. But if you were interested in it and you didn't click the notify me, it's back in stock, and it's just going to be basically first up, best dressed for that one. Unfortunately, I didn't order a ton of those. So that's back in stock. And then we have the elastics, and then down further we have some of the creator card kits, because I'm going to use some of the embellishments from the creator card kit too. Now, I feel like, I always say this, I feel like, and I talk on Cedar Rose as well, and all I say is I feel like, oh, what do I feel like today? Tomato? I feel like, I need to get out of the habit of saying that, guys. Right, so today, I feel like, I'm joking, I'm going to use Autumn Days, my papers from here, because I think I've only used about 2 or 3 sheets out of this. I'm going to use this for my little project today. So some of you might have this already, but it is available if you like it and love it. And then I'm going to use, you know, my little animal creator card kit with all my animals in. I'm going to use this as well because I have embellishments left from my samples from HTCN and things like that. So I've got my kit on there as well. I need a punch and I've got some elastic. So these are the bits and pieces that I'm using today. You can use alternatives if you've got ribbon. You might have a circle die that you could possibly use if you don't have the punch. These are really inexpensive pieces though, so one-time investment really, I guess. So that's what we're going to do today. Now today's project is focusing on 12 by 12 papers. So we're going to dig out our papers. I'm sorry if I've missed any questions. Join me tonight though at 6 PM and I'll touch on any questions, okay? 6 PM UK time, which will be 1 PM Eastern time, will it? Or 12? Their times change quite often. Audrey says, I really appreciate the videos because I can't keep up, brain fog on concentration. You're very welcome, sweetheart. And we've got some people on from the States as well. We've got hello from Texas. It's raining, I can hear it on our roof. Audrey says, great, I have this. Isn't it wonderful when you don't have to spend any money to enjoy it? Because I know a lot of you do like to use exactly the same. I know what you like. Right, so today's class, today's Mighty Monday, is going to encourage you to dig out 12 by 12 papers. Now we're going to make an album from a sheet of 12 by 12 paper, one sheet. So if you like the project, it's going to take less than an hour for us to build something together, and then hopefully it'll encourage you to go and make 2, 3, 4, all in different ones, and you can gift them as memory keeping albums, or with gift cards in, bookmarks, seeds, teas, whatever you want to do. Okay, so one sheet of 12 by 12 you're going to need for this project. So let's get our paper, let's decide which one I want. Double-sided is preferred, but it's not necessary. And you know what, I refuse to buy a double-sided paper pad just for this project, because I can make it work. So if you have single-sided paper, it will work. If you have double-sided, that will work as well. So I'm going to choose 2 pieces out of this lovely paper pad. I've only used 2 sheets, it's criminal really. So let's have a look which one. So you've got your coarse sort of like staple ones, which are real pretty. Then you've got your embellishment sheets. We've got some sort of like modern contemporaries in here, all with a beautiful matching theme. Then you've got your watercolour ones, some more framey ones on there, really, really beautiful. And you get a lot in here, 36 pages. It's 200 GSM, so it's great for construction. Uncoated, so you can stamp on it as well. Love your 12 by 12 paper, that's really kind, thank you. So I think for my exterior I might go a little bit plain. Sure, shall we go plain? Let's pick a plainer one. I quite like this one, and then we can embellish with all of the lovely things that are inside. Now this will take moments to make. It's the decorating that's the fun part, remember that. And because we've got a paper pad that's got all of those little embellishments in as well, we can cut some of those through. But I just want to show you in the simplest form how easy it is to make an album. And I always say we don't do lots of measurements, so I keep the measurements to an absolute like bare minimum, so they're not complicated or anything like that. So I've attached the cutter as well, because some of you asked about that last week. So it's got the scoreboard and the cutter on there as well. So let's crack on. Nice cup of coffee. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our 12 by 12 sheet, pop it in our scoreboard, so you can see what I'm doing. There we go. So because my scoreboard and my ruler, obviously the measurements are this side and the ruler's this side, this is just like a bonus to a scoreboard. It doesn't aid in the scoreboard system at all. So this is 12 by 12, so I need to score at 6. And that's just so I can cut it really. So I'm just scoring down the centre at 6. So basically you're cutting your 12 by 12 in half. Okay, so I'm just going to move this over, and then we're going to cut this in half. So we've got 2 pieces. Okay, so 12 by 12 sheet cut in half. Let's move this for now. Oh no, let's not move this for now because I'm going to need it. So then let's score one at a time. So for the first one, I'm just going to pop it on my scoreboard here. I've written it down here, so 12 by 12, cut at 6, so we cut down the middle, right? Let's just pop me up in the corner, because I know you like to see me when I'm talking. So we're going to score at 4 inch and 8 inch. You see, 4 inch and 8 inch on this first piece. Just move this down for you so you can see what I'm doing. So 4 inch, and that's going to put it into 3 parts, 4 and 8. My favourite watercolour, yeah. So I just scored at 4 and 8 on that one. Then we'll bring our second one in, and you can see here, I'll just bring it in here. So it says score at half, so I'm going to score at half. And then 4 and a half. And then 8 and a half, and that's the end of your scoring. Woohoo! There we go. Let's get rid of this scoreboard. Super duper. So then let's bring our first one in here. So we've got the 3 sort of like, you can see the score line on the back, it's probably better. So I'm just going to fold it in. And I'm going to score this one. Sorry, fold in this one. So just got it in 3 parts. Super easy, right, so far? Michelle, hello, Tony from NYC. Merry Christmas, sweetheart. So, literally, we have something going on. Easy peasy, right? Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to make this like a little bit of a pocket, but rather than a boring pocket, because I'm trying to introduce little bits and pieces that you can incorporate into your own personalised item. So in our last 3 week shows, we've done different styles of pockets, if you remember, with those hinges. We didn't do an inch of scoring, but we made pockets. Super duper easy, right? So this time we're going to do a pocket, but we're going to sort of like do an arch around here, and I'm just going to cut it freehand. Just going to take my scissors and I'm just going to cut down here to give myself a pocket with a soft arch on here. Okay, so she says, so I'm just going to go from the side. Now you can do it right from the bottom, so it goes, or you could do it halfway, or you could just do it straight. Whatever you want, it's your book, right? I'm going to go with a bit of an arch. So I'm going to start at the top. Wish me luck, everyone. And I'm just going to go just a nice curve. See what this looks like. That's not a bad effort at all, but if you are a bit of like OCD and like things super duper straight, you just obviously can do a line. But I'm doing a little bit different today. So what I'm going to do here now is I'm going to stick this edge and the base to here to create that nice pocket, okay? Kylie's watching whilst walking the dog. I hope you're not getting wet, sweetheart. A bit of glue. This glue is recommended. I don't know if I added it to show. It is recommended. It's quick grab. It's brilliant. The only thing I hate about it is it blocks like every other glue. Ah. So then we'll fold this over. So then we have, okay, so far. And then we're going to bring our next piece in, and this little hinge here. So remember, this is just from one sheet of 12 by 12. Super, super useful. And just use a score. And then what we're going to do is we're going to fold this shut, just our little book shut. And then this hinge here, I'm going to glue it into here. See, like that? Don't worry about this, we'll hide all of this. So I'm just going to move my little book, make sure it's the right way. It is. And we'll put some glue across here. We'll just put our little book up to there, and we'll just put that little piece on there. Make sure it's nice and stuck. So there we have our pocket, our page, a nice piece, another piece, another piece. And you can literally fold it however you please. Let's just make sure that's super duper glued. So it's already interactive, and it's just brilliant, right? So cool. However you want to do it. Make sure it's all got nice score lines in there. Might have a bone folder to do that. So we've got that nice detail on there. We've got this on here. So let's have a look at this part here. So what we're going to do with this piece here is we're going to create another pocket. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take the edge, and if you have your 2-inch punch, now I'm opening a new 2-inch punch because, excuse me, I keep taking my punches from in Studio 1 into here, and then from here into there, and then I do a live show because I've forgotten them, and then they're in the other room. So I've just got one for both rooms to prevent any disasters, because it keeps happening, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take, so this is my 2-inch punch. You can see the difference. We've got the 1 and the 2 here. So all I'm going to do is I'm just going to pop this in my punch, and I'm going to half punch the page, just so it's, sorry, I just make sure it's straight. Oh, what did I do there then? Just 1 second. So I can see what the heck I'm doing. Now try and line it back up. What am I doing? Oh, because it's brand new. Oh, so, oh, I'm going to break it. So now we have like this sort of like side. Can you see here? So you'll have, but what I'm going to do is, rather than we glue the side so it's like here, what we're going to do is we're just going to glue the bottom. Okay. Not raining but windy. Oh. So now we have sort of like this, something a little bit different. Just make sure it's got a good score. Karen sorted the details of the voucher codes and things for you. Can we see so far? So, I mean, 12 by 12 piece of paper, I mean, come on, look at where we're at already. So what we need to do is we need to put something on here. So this is where we're going to decorate. So basically our album's built, we just need to jazz it up now. How cool is that? That is so cool. And you've just seen me do it in moments, right? Hi Toni and everyone, says Brenda Lewis. Angela Rice, good afternoon Toni. We've got Anne Hunsley. Hi Toni, I was watching whilst I'm cooking my lunch. Oh, Jan's just had to switch the sound right up. She's got hailstone. Crazy, right? Right, so let's decorate this plain page here. So let's bring in our paper. Now, if you've got this kit with the animals, let me just show you. The papers and the are all of the sort of like very similar colour family. So you can absolutely utilise these as well if you've got a few just randoms knocking about that you didn't use for your kit, or you're thinking, do you know what, I've only used half my kit. It's a great way to use the rest of your kit. You know, you have the colour family coordinates beautifully. So you can use those as well. Okay, so if you've just got these, maybe you could get a 12 by 12 sheet of white paper if that's all you have in your stash. So you have options. I am just going to stick with the paper though, because I really do want to use my paper too. So I'm just going to pick a piece from here. Oh, look at that. Are you kidding me? Got to use him, haven't we? So that is, so I'm going to just stick a piece on here. So I'm just going to see how big it is. 4. I thought it was, that's what we measured, wasn't it? So I'm just going to pop my paper in here. I'm just going to cut a piece of 4. Might have to just make it a little bit smaller. And then 6, because that's what we cut our album at, didn't we? Let's just score that. You don't have to score, it's just because my ruler and things are separate. So let's just see what this looks like. Like so. Pretty, pretty, so pretty. Right, so what I'm gonna do though, yeah, let's stick that on there. So we sort of need to, because we're using the single-sided paper, we need to sort of like embellish the pages first. Can't see in the light, I can't see my score lines. This paper's beautiful, it really is. That's why I've got to get it out and use it. We've got to get it out and use it. And then I've got this piece here, so let's see if this is, we could use this piece, and we so could. Right, so what we're going to do with this particular page is we're going to do a fold down page, okay? So fortunately for me, this leftover piece here has a little bit of overhang. So I always say to you, and you will pick this up over the course of Mighty Mondays, we always have at the very least a half hinge on anything we do. At the very least a half inch, so hinge. I'm just going to take this paper and I'm just going to pop a half inch hinge, because anything less than that you're risking it by it coming apart, because it's just not got enough, paper to hold it proud. So I'm just going to fold that over there. I just need to trim the bottom of this because it's got my score line on it. So we have this sort of effect, can you see here? And then we'll bring in our book here. And then you've got options. You can tie it over the top like so. Glue it over the top like so, can you see? Or you can just pop it onto the front at the top. I'm going to go front at the top. And then we'll hide the hinge underneath. So the construction element of this book is made from one sheet of 12 by 12. It's then down to you as to how you want to embellish, what you want to use. Personal preference, I guess. So you can see now it's all coming together beautifully. How cool is that? And then you could just put a few family photos in there and just say, remember when? Remember this? You know, I love it. I love it, love it, love it. And you've got your pockets, little pockets here. Got your flip page in the centre. So I'm pretty happy with that. I think we probably need to put something under here, but I think what we're going to do now is we're going to, let me just have a look through this paper pack here. Look at these, so nice. The thing is, it's that nice, you really like, oh, I might save that for another. Might save that for another project. What are we like? No, get it used. I need to put a piece under there. So I've still got this piece that we've just used for those 2 pages. So I think I'm going to not cut into another sheet because I'm tight. Yes, I'm tight. And we'll cut a piece for that area there. So I'm just gonna, I'm scoring. You obviously don't have to score when you just use the guillotine, right guys? So I think as soon as you do those 2 measurements for your 12 by 12 sheet, cut it in half, the 6 and the 6, and then do those scores, you literally will just find your own way. You literally will, I promise you. Helps if you cut it straight too, you know. So we are doing kits, class kits, and we'll do a private class. Now December's are sold out. January I think there's 3 left, and February I think there's about 50 left of February. Excuse me. Basically, I send you the kit and you get access to a private class with me. But it's not like I'm not saying this is basic. Well, it is basic, but it's utilising your stash and understanding, you know, like folds and pockets and and then you can take it away and apply it to bigger projects if you want to. But our class that I send you a kit with is like hardcore class. It's made from grey board. It's a giftable. You might want to put it in a box, wrap it in tissue paper with magnets and ribbons and all of the shebang. So if you're liking this sort of thing, maybe you might want to you know, invest in one of those class kits and do an album. It probably, I'm not sure how long it will take. I have no idea. It could take 2 hours, it could take 3, because I've been doing it in bite-sized chunks, and I've posted a picture on social media of the December one, which is sold out, so it's really not any good really to anybody. But I'm working on the second one where there's only about 3 or 4 left, and then I'm going to be working on the one for February. So if you like this type of thing, maybe you want to invest in. I'm going to do 1 a month. You've all been asking, and I know a lot of you wanted to come to store and do it, but it's expensive. People need hotels. It's expensive for me too, and I wouldn't be able to offer it at the price that it's at to do it if we didn't do it online. So I'm sticking with the 1 a month for now, and we'll see how it goes. Okay, so if you're interested in those, just put kit into the website and it'll show you all the class kits. So let's get back to this. So this piece is going to go under here, look. No, just hide that piece there. So let's glue this one down. So now we have sort of like a lovely pocket design on there too. Okay, so let's start to embellish. Now, the reason why I am using this is because, like I said, I have lots of the cute critters left. I have my rub-ons, which are going to embellish as well. Let's just tip some of this out. So if you've got this cute critter kit and you're like, you've only used it for 2 or 3 cards and can spare some of the embellishments, I mean, look at this. This would make a... And of course, like, I could trim that now, make a note card album, trim that down, which is what we'll do. So if you have this kit, or if you have any kit, the encouragement is to dig out the stash that you've got with embellishments and things like that. Now you can see the colours, so we could pop that on there, which is what I'm going to do. I'm going to cut it straight across the bottom so it's straight, so it matches my door. Now you could add a magnetised closure to this if you wanted to, so add a magnetised flap, and that's what we do in our bigger classes. But I appreciate everybody's got to start somewhere, so I'm just going to pop him in the middle. Like so. And then here we have our embellishments, look. Let's see what we've got going on. Who's thinking, oh, I'm going to dig my stash out now, I'm going to dig it out? That's what makes me happy. I'm like, if you get really excited now about digging your stash out and having a play, then I've done my job. I picked Tom up from school thinking, I wonder how many people have picked up their kits and, you know, started to utilise them when normally they would just be sat on the sat in your cupboards, right? So let's get this one on here. If you have a paper pack that's got fussy cutting elements in, you could use that, you know. So what we could do is we could cut this down and we could make it so it fits in these pockets here, so you've got extra embellishments. Let me just make sure I've got a few of those left though. Topper wise, isn't it? Oh, I've got some. Now I am on HTCN tomorrow with Crafting with Suzanne, so if you've got any ladies on from the States, I'm with Crafting with Suzanne tomorrow. I think with this kit actually. So I'm going to get all of the same ones. Let's have a look. So let's see how many we've got. Now you could make these into bookmarks. Bookmarks. Cut them down the middle. Give them a fancy top. Punch a hole in. You have bookmarks. So If you're not going to use them for what their intention was, maybe you could sort of like make them work for you. So I'm going to, oh, crikey, choices. So let's get my cutter. And if you could make like a young person's little mini album here with the little cute critters. I'm just going to cut this down, take a little bit off, see if it'll go in the pocket. There we go. And if you like, I like sometimes the tops to go proud, so just bear that in mind as well. But we do have the punches as well, you know, your punch tops that give you the decorative top. Like, let me just show you. So if I don't want to cut into that, it's too nice. Oh, I don't want to cut into it. Oh, got this from my corner, look. Can we get one out of that? And it gives you this like bookend. There's 3 different ones on the website, so if you wanted to give yourself like a tab pull out, and then on the back you could write went to such and such day, date and time, had the best ice cream ever, you know, just memory making really if you wanted to. I'm just going to take a little bit of the bottom off of this one. And then we'll glue this on the top. Chrissy's going to do one on her holidays and do it on her own and take time. All you need is some glue, 12 by 12, a little cutter, a little score tool, and some embellishments. Go and enjoy yourself. And I've got like a little tab, so you can go in there just nicely. And you probably would do it on the back as well, so it looks nice when it's closed. I'll just turn that around for reference. So you can see what it looks like from the other side. And then it looks nice if you do matching, but I only had that scrap of brown and I'm not. Because I'm tight. I think you all know me by now. Tight. So let's keep going. Excuse me. So we could put something on here. Could even put a pocket there, but I don't want to hide that flower. And then we need something in here, right? So you could make some little mini cards from this kit as well. So cut them down and make some little top folding cards. Make these smaller so you've got some cards, some note cards, some bookmarks. And then we have these 2 to decorate as well. So what did I do with the other half of that? Let's put one of these in here. Chrissy's bought the punches in elastic. Well, you're going to use them all the time. So if you like what you're doing, you will use them. So that makes me happy. Just get rid of some of this on here. So you could do a whole bunch of these in here in your pockets. Like so. So let's add some decoration onto here. What else have we got? Have we got some more? That looks nice, doesn't it? Don't forget in this kit as well you've got your rub-ons, which are cute as well. We've got a whole bunch of florals here. I just like that page. I really don't want to cover that page. I'm not gonna actually. So what we'll do, this could be another pocket. So I have this piece here and we could corner that off and make a pocket and then do an embellished corner. Let's do that. So just going with, as long as you get the basic design with that 12 by 12, I know I've said it 3 times, get the core of it built and then just run away with the rest of it. I mean, you can pause this, you can do it exactly identical if you want to, but honestly I probably would say as soon as you cut your card and you make that base layer of your album, the rest will look after itself. So I'm just popping this corner to corner here, and this is going to give me that nice corner pocket. You see? So let's glue this on. You can see not much measuring here, guys, not much. We don't really measure. Just pop these on here. Like so, and then you could actually just add some ribbon to the tops or the sides of these to have them like hangers on a tree or around a gift card. So if you, around a gift bag. So if you want to decorate a gift bag, you could pop just maybe a few of these in here with the ribbons. Look how cute they look. And then the pocket edge, I'm going to glue and decorate the pocket edge so it gives me a shaped pocket edge, okay? And I'll show you what I mean by that. So I'm only going to glue half of the flower. We'll do it here, and then this will sort of like get a little bit of lift on there, and then we'll just get these. So I'm just going to glue half. I'll tuck him under there. Baby shower, great idea, Janice. It absolutely would. So if I just take these pieces out, you'll see how it looks as a shaped pocket. So now you have a shaped pocket, okay? As in decorated shape. Let's just glue these pieces together. Obviously you can put in your pockets whatever you want, and this is the great thing, absolutely fantastic. You could absolutely add another flower here if you wanted to embellish even further, so it's a like even more. You can really go to town with how you want it to look. Right, so because we've gone with a little bit of a crazy pocket here where the top's not sealed, you can seal yours of course. I feel like we could get away with adding some nice rip elastic around this piece. So I'm going to take my elastic, and we're just going to tie a nice piece around just to give it a little bit of interest, a little bit of texture. So I'm just going to take enough to tie a bow. So I'll cut that piece off. These elastics are brilliant, guys. It's so inexpensive. You get quite a bit. You could do multiples. So all I'm going to do here is I'm going to go around the back of my album. And we'll have a nice bow on the front of here. You could do the bow on the back. So now we have a little bit of texture and detail. You could actually, let's have a look at that. Pop that behind there. So now we've added instant detail to our fabulous album there. It looks nice from the back as well, which is so cool. You need to make sure you tuck your legs in though. Then we've got our pocket and page. We've got our flip element here. We've got this detail here. We need something here though. Got anything else? Now the paper itself from my paper pad. It's a fussy cut something. Now that flower would look awesome on there, wouldn't it? So I'm gonna, let's get this piece here. I'm just going in now. I'm just going to cut this flower away. And then we'll just take that off at the bottom there. Let's pull him a bit further down. So let's glue could have a nice pocket on a pocket if you want to do. You just cut that straight down there. Should we do the pocket on pocket? Maybe. Let's do that then. Let me just see where I need to cut that. That was a bit of a look, wasn't it? So let's just cut him up there. A bit straighter, Toni, would help. Like so, and then we'll just trim that little point off there. And then we'll glue down the side, bottom. You absolutely love this, do you? What started out as a piece of 12 by 12 paper, hey, aren't we cool? So now we could put something in there. You could even put one of the cute critters inside. I would cut away that white though because it doesn't look good on that brown, but you have options. Let's just see. Nice squirrel. You have options, you have options. So now I've got a nice decorated page there. Could pop a pocket in here. Pocket here. Detail pocket here. How cool is this? Right, so we need to decorate our front. I don't like this, so we need to put a panel of something down here. Right, think about it. Let's do a scene on the front. So I'm going to cut a rectangle. I'm going to cut this into a bit of a rectangle. What's that going to look like? I have no idea. Let's go for it. So let's see what this looks like. Maybe a little bit higher. And then we'll just take a piece of paper or so I'm going to pop this onto a matten layer. Before I do that though, we're going to take a little brush with a little bit of ink on and we're just going to blend around the edge so that it doesn't get lost on our cardstock. And then when you put it on, it'll sort of, can you see how it stands proud from your background? Just gives you that detail around there. Oh, let's just see what it looks like on there, up there. Looks beautiful, Snuffy Snooze. Hey, it's nothing spectacular going on here, guys, but I think the reward you can get from scoring some paper is wonderful, absolutely wonderful. So let's trim this off here. Doesn't have to be complicated, doesn't have to be 4 inch and 2/3, score, twist at 90 degrees and make and add, oh gosh. I get anxiety thinking about it. So here we go. Look, so we have like a nice sort of scene setter on here. And then you could embellish with another cute critter, let's see, or flowers, or a bear. Just hold that down there for a second while we just figure out what we're doing. We've got some smaller flowers as well. Right, let's do it. So we've got our lovely sort of decorative patch. And we've got our little mother bear. Oh, there's a cute little mouse as well. Oh. Cute. Also giraffe as well. Look how cute he is. Ah, so much fun. Crafting is awesome, right? High five to crafting. The squirrel would have looked nice, absolutely. You can mix and match them up though, can't you? Remember that, guys? Oh, lucky I've already got some that I've been cutting. Probably could just do with now. This is the problem. I'm out of foliage. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut from this piece. Hopefully, see what this looks like. If it looks a mess, we'll not put it on. And I like it, so I'm going with it, guys. Just seeing which way to do it that way. Who's going to be making one of these then today? Who? Are you all going to tell me you're all too busy now? Listen, nobody's more busier than me. Can't get away with it now, guys. And there we have the cutest album ever from a 12 by 12 sheet. We'll go through it just without here. What do we think, guys? One project today, all in done in one. Quite like these being tucked this way. So you can see them out the top. So if you do some at the tops and some out the sides. Did we enjoy that? Probably have a bit of sparkle somewhere, you know what I'm like. Hopefully you've enjoyed that. I can't see any comments. Ta-da! So that is the end of Mighty Monday today's session. I hope that has inspired you to dig out a 12 by 12 sheet of paper from your stash. Or if you like these, you can get these, of course. And be creative. That would look fabulous. Looks beautiful. Love this. Well, you've all probably got all of this stuff in your stash, right? Card blanks, toppers, 12 by 12 sheets of paper. And look, I've still got some left. This is the thing, isn't it? We really need to start using what we've got. Stop over consuming and using what we've got. We really need to do it. So Mighty Mondays are going to be a big encouragement on that for you to utilise what we already have. Right, so what I'm going to do is I'll just show you the album properly. I'm just tidying up in the process. The bits and pieces I can't use because I'm tight and I save everything. Love it, Janice says, love it. So cool, right? Tidy, tidy, keep a tidy gate. Thank you for lots of inspiration, says Christy. You're very welcome. So let's have a look at the album. So here we go. from a few scores, a 12 by 12 sheet, pocket here, and then we've got our extended with a pocket here, some decorative detail, and then you could absolutely just close it now with some more elastic if you wanted to, a ribbon, a magnet. The world is your oyster. So there we go. Quite chuffed with that one today. Put my hand back in my warmers, get cozy again. You're very welcome. So that's the end of today's class, but I'm back with you tonight at 6 o'clock for our craft and chat. Got some updates for you all. I've got a crafting with Suzanne live tomorrow night, and then we've got the week ahead, which I'll talk about tonight. I can't tell you everything because I need you all to come back tonight. So if you haven't shared this show, because I forgot to say it, please share this show. It's just the encouragement, and I don't care if people haven't even got my product. You know, if people get inspired and just pick up paper and craft, then that's amazing, right? So whatever you're doing, have a nice afternoon. Time for some lunch for me, and I'll see you all tonight at 6 o'clock. I'm dreading picking Tom up. It's chucking it down, so I won't look like this tonight at 6 o'clock, that's for sure. So take care, guys. I'll see you all tonight.